Good afternoon, members of the fourth estate. My name is Francis Awino. I'm the convener, Mtetezi, and today is a very important day to us, not just as Mtetezi, but as Nairobians and the people who live in this nation. We have seen so many people saying a lot of things and saying how we should live in this city. And today we are saying, as the Nairobians, it's a high time we get a solution to this nation. We get a solution to this county. We get a solution to this Nairobi. We all know Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya. It is the heart of East and Central Africa. It is the heart again of Africa. And that's why we see all investors are flocking this nation through Nairobi so that they can attain what they want. Moving forward, we have seen a lot of projects moving around Kilimani and all sorts of Nairobi. It is a good thing to this nation because it creates livelihood. But at the same time, we need to ask ourselves questions that we cannot run away from. If you check the sewage system, if you go to the drainage system, if you move to work, it means we need to have a solution that our kids will be happy because of a decision that we have made today. Nairobi does not belong to one person, and it does not belong to a boardroom where people sit down and make decisions based on what they want. And that's why we were saying this. As a rich person, as a poor person, as a middle class person, we all need to have a conversation that will be based on the interests of Nairobians, that will be based on the interests of the people who are living in this nation. And that's why we are calling for a consultative meeting to add all the 17 constituencies around Nairobi so that we can discuss, we can convene, and we can come up with an agreement on how we want our city to look like. It is so sad that our leaders in Nairobi, governor and the president, when they are enjoying the tax of Nairobi, they enjoy it fully. But when it comes to problems, they start telling us that the leaders who are sitting in city are the people who are not doing the right thing for this nation. And that's why we are saying today, we will be moving to all 17 constituencies, starting from Kawangware, in Dagoretti. And from Kawangware, we will move to other constituencies. And at the end, we shall call for a white-collar people so that they still can come and convene and discuss about Nairobi. We want a situation where there is inclusivity on discussing the matters that are pertaining Nairobi. And that's why as Mtetezi, we have decided to put the problems that we are facing as Nairobians to an end so that we can discuss and come out with a solution that will bring positivity towards this city called Nairobi. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. May God bless Kenya. Asanteni sana.
As a county, or we go the Metropolitan route. And this is because when Nairobi was made a capital, the population was less than 100,000. At independence in 1963, the Nairobi population was 300 to 400,000, less than 500,000. And you realize that the planning that went into Nairobi was able to accommodate up to around 2 million. And that's why you realize that during the Kenyatta regime and the Moi regime, they rarely interfered with the governance of Nairobi. But when Kibaki came in, the Nairobi population had hit around 3 million residents. And that's why he had to create a ministry under Mutula Kilonzo called Nairobi Metropolitan, so that to consider and take care of the realities of the day. And also, as you have heard, when Uhuru also came in, he found that Nairobi cannot operate as a county without cooperation with the national government, hence the NMS. And also as recently as you know, William Ruto and Governor Sakaja have had a cooperation agreement. So the question that we pose to the Nairobians, because this is very important, is who is a Nairobian? What is Nairobi? Because you realize that as of today, Nairobi has more than 4 million residents, but almost 1.5 live or reside outside what we can consider the geographical county of Nairobi. So what happens? You find that we are in a situation where somebody living in Ruiru, which is in Kiambu, somebody living in Kitengela, which is Kajiado, somebody living in Mlolongo, which is Machakos, spends and earns from Nairobi, but consider themselves to be non-residents of Nairobi. We need to rework how Nairobi works, and that's why, as Mtetezi, we are proposing a conversation so that we can resolve these things once and for all. So that we create, one suggestion is create a metropolitan. We accept that Nairobi is bigger than what we call Nairobi County, or we retain the way it is, but our fears is, if we go the way we are going, the next regime will continue doing what the other regimes have been doing, and Nairobians will also feel that governor amewauza, governor amewapeana kwa national government, while in truth, the governor is not able to handle Nairobi the way it is. Thank you.
Of the fourth estate, my name is Paul Victor. I'm part of the operation management at Grassroots Economic Justice. So just to reiterate what my colleagues have shared, Nairobi is very critical. For us to boast as one of the best cities in Africa, it means there are a lot that need to be done. And as grassroots social justice crusaders and Mtetezi as a whole, we represent the downtrodden, the people who cannot make it to this press, to share the grievances and challenge all the stakeholders in this to address the matter. As you know, it is just less than 2 years to election, and Nairobi is the most affected when it comes to the politics and governance issues in this country. So we want to urge all the stakeholders to be involved. Those who understand that there is arrangement between the county government of Nairobi and the national government. We are asking them to involve all the stakeholders, including the grassroots activists like us, so that we can chart a way forward. If that will not happen, then it will force us to mobilize the public and protest and demand that this matter be addressed as soon as possible. Thank you.